take the CD out. So okay. Well, you know, you got the Franklin kids are still out there. Well, yeah, 6:47 technically. I got my list. We went early with Brittany. It was supposed to be 6:45. 6:42.
Well, they're good then. I can go ahead and put it in there.
Oh, I don't think so. It shouldn't play. G says no, so I'm going to defer to you. And fans, don't forget, good old Mr. Phillip is filling in for good old Mr. Wilson tonight. He'll circulate through the crowd to do that 50-50 on. We'll be doing that sometime in the second half. And I do believe we have first prize is always the cash. And we have some second prizes tonight. We got a $25 gift card from Metropolis Mall, courtesy of CDRE Metropolis Mall, a $25 gift card. Also, Metropolis Mall, and third place prize is Olive Car Wash gift. So make sure you find you on Mr. Philippines as he circulates through the crowd. Take a chance on that big game tonight. Help out the Red Pride Booster Club as they support all of them. Looks like they're getting ready to go off the field here.
Still turned back so it should get on.
Yeah, I didn't touch the volume. That was what was cranking out earlier. So
Okay, it was pretty loud.
it was very loud. Well, the guys,
Well, and different songs though are
I know
different.
that's the problem is because you get different levels. I know it's pretty loud. You know, that music actually is the guys on the team put that music together for warm up. So that's what they're creating. I'm gonna go ahead and announce them if you're ready to go. So.
I think they look like they're ready to go.
Great.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to draw your attention to the 50-yard line as the Plainfield High School dance team begins on with a performance before the
Live from Plainfield High School, it's Indiana High School football as the 4-2 Plainfield High School Quakers take on the 4-2 Franklin Community Grizzly Cubs. Good evening, I'm JP Sinclair, and this is the Audio Sports Online pregame. Plainfield is coming off a very tough loss against Decatur Central that saw the final score end up being 28-48. The score was all tied at 14-all at the half, but the Hawks did do most of their damage in the second half, outscoring Plainfield 34-14 over the final two quarters. The Quakers got 155 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns from Jacob Maple, who continues to be the workhorse for this Plainfield offense. For Franklin Community, they're coming off a victory against Mooresville that ended in the score of 39-9, but what is most impressive and most dangerous about this Franklin Community team is their rush-to-pass ratio. They have rushed 266 times this season compared to 28 pass attempts, and what is even more surprising is the fact that they've only had 7 pass completions on those 28 pass attempts. This is a team that will line up in a power formation and say, "Stop me if you can." Should be an interesting battle tonight. Want to give a quick shout-out to some of our sponsors. Thank you for listening to Plainfield Varsity Football, powered by AudioSportsOnline.com. This broadcast is brought to you by the Hendricks County Flyer, Rhodes & Kinley LLP, Copyco Office Solutions, American Family Insurance, Doug Hawk Agency Incorporated, Wicker Construction, Julia Burbridge of Remax Centerstone, Niagara Bottle Company, Beacon Sign Company, 3 Pints Brew Club, Kerry Digital, Jimmy John's, Dugan Chevrolet, Dugan Sports Performance, and the Coachman Restaurant and Lounge, and also BMO Harris and Payroll Department. Plainfield has dominated the series between these teams 8-1 dating back to 2004. Last time these two teams met up, Plainfield ended up with a victory 31-14. Former Quaker Austin Belvins scored 3 touchdowns and ran for 277 yards that day, while Ross Barr, a current player for this Franklin Community team, led that Franklin offense with 162 yards and had 2 touchdowns on the day. And he continues to be the workhorse for this Franklin Community rushing attack, as he will be a definite player to watch during this game, as he has already amassed 977 total yards this season. Thanks to our friends at the Hendricks County Flyer that have helped make tonight's video webcast possible. Please check them out online as well as watch tonight's game at flyergroup.com. Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Healthcare provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body, get you back to the activities you love. Get more information online at motion360.org. BMO Harris, established in 1882 as Harris Bank and owned by BMO Financial Group since 1984, BMO Harris Bank has grown to become one of the world's largest banks in the Midwest, serving personal, commercial, and affluent customers. They are located in Plainfield at 2609 East Main. For more information, call them at 839-3501. Take a quick look at the weather that we have coming up for tonight's game. Currently, it's 77 degrees, mostly cloudy. Winds out of the south-southwest at 10 miles per hour. There is a chance of rain later tonight, but not till probably after this game. Current forecast hold that off till a little bit after midnight, so hopefully we'll be able to have a nice, clean, dry game because it's going to be a perfect fall night by the looks of it. Also, take a quick look at the keys to tonight's game. For Plainfield, you're facing one of the toughest defenses in this mid-state conference that both these teams play in. Franklin Community continues to be one of the top teams in that. Coach Brian Woodard for Plainfield mentioned that during his show this week, and that's definitely something that we're going to have to keep an eye on this game, as they're coming off of facing one of the top offensive teams in the state in Decatur Central. Now they have to go up one against the top defensive teams in their conference in Franklin Community. For this Franklin Community, we've talked about it a lot already in this pregame. They're a rushing offensive team. If they can somehow try and balance themselves out a little bit more, come out and have some kind of offensive passing game, it should try and keep this Plainfield defense on their toes. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out for them tonight. We already talked a little bit about Ross Barr. He's a 6', 215 junior for this Franklin Community offense. We talked about his production. He is averaging close to 7.5 yards per attempt. But for the rushing attack for Plainfield, Maple continues to be that workhorse, the 6', 168-pound sophomore. He has 115 rushes so far on this season with 762 yards and 4 touchdowns. So once again, it should be another rushing night. We talked a little bit about it last week against Decatur Central for Plainfield. Their games have come close to averaging close to that 2-minute mark, or 2-hour mark, for most of the season. So it shall be interesting to watch this game as we look at having Franklin Community come in, and the way that they rush the football could be a short game tonight. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Take a moment to thank some of our other sponsors. CopyCo Office Solutions is a local Xerox dealership. We sell and service copiers and printers and provide a wide variety of technological solutions, providing and supporting all of your business technological needs. CopyCo is located at 2920 Fortune Circle West, STEC. Call 241-5800 or stop by Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Take a quick break as we hear the national anthem. Welcome back to Plainfield High School. I'm JP Sinclair. To give some more shout-outs to some of our sponsors, Avon Dental Care has provided customer service made mouth guards to the football program for the second consecutive year and are celebrating their 20th year in the business. They are located at 7517 Beechwood Center Road, Suite 100 in Avon, and can be reached at 272-8100. American Family Insurance, Doug Hawk Agency Incorporated. Stop by and visit American Family Insurance, Doug Hawk Agency Incorporated at 704 North Core Road in Plainfield. You can reach them at 839-9445. Stop in Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 to discuss your insurance needs. And Wicker Construction. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has engaged in building custom homes, remodeling, insurance repair, and handyman services, while exceeding client expectations and delivering projects with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs. Their services include insurance repairs, restoration, hailstorm and weather-related repairs, remodeling services, and new home construction. For more information, call Wicker Construction at 839-8353. Reset the scene for you. It's going to be a lovely night for Indiana high school football as Plainfield set to take on Franklin Community. We've talked about it a lot. It should be an interesting matchup between the defense of Franklin Community versus this Plainfield offense. We talked about last week how Decatur came out and out of the second half against this Plainfield team and got the lead after the score tied at 14 apiece. So it should be interesting seeing how they react coming off of that loss, especially with sectionals coming up just around the corners for this Indiana High School Athletic Association. So we'll see how Plainfield takes to I know that Coach Brian Witter talked about trying to win out for the rest of the year to try and make it to that sectional selection. So it should be interesting to see how they come out tonight. You know, talking a little bit more about what we have to look for tonight, Franklin Community does have a place kicker. I know during pregame he was nailing it from 40 out. He's made a couple of great kicks so far for this Franklin Community defense. Normally we don't talk about kickers too much as long as they get the job done on their PATs. But Patrick Palmer for this Franklin Community team, as you know, he's 20 of 22 so far on the season in PATs, but he's also 7 of 8 from field goal range, and he also does have one successful onside kick already this season. And he'll be a player to watch as he was nailing it from close to 50 yards out earlier during warm-ups. He's definitely got a leg on him and somebody to watch out for. Adam Reese is the head coach of Franklin Community in his first year in 4A school. We talked about the Mid-State League that both these teams are a part of. They have a 4-2 record on the year. They're scoring close to 33 points per game and allowing close to holding opponents only to 15 points per game. We talked about how prolific this defense is for Franklin Community, so that will be something to watch to see how Plainfield's offense comes out tonight. For this Plainfield team, they're coached by Brian Woodard, 4A school as well in that Mid-State League. 4-2 on the year. They're scoring close to 35 points per game and 26 points per game given up. Take a moment here while we wait for Plainfield to come out to thank a little bit some more of our sponsors. With Julie Burrich and Bud Green from RE Max Centerstone, you can consider it sold. As a team, Julie and Bud have over 20 years of combined commercial and residential sales experience. Our team effort has brought many large-scale commercial projects to Plainfield, and Julia is a continued leader in residential sales across the country. Call Julia today at 317-754-5057 and let her make your next home purchase or selling experience as stress-free as possible. The Niagara Bottling Company. Special thanks to the Niagara Bottling Company. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information on how they can get to work for you, please call 909-230-5000, extension 5912. The Beacon Sign Company. The Beacon Sign Company specializes in local high school sports and event signage needs. This is their 12th year of supporting the Red Pride football program. They are located at 9305 East U.S. Highway 36 in Avon. Call 272-2388 for all your signage needs or stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 6. And the 3 Pints Brew Pub. The 3 Pints Brew Pub is an excellent place for great food. They offer craft drink selections brewed on site, features a family-friendly atmosphere, and would make a great destination for your next dining experience. They are located at 5020 Cambridge Way in Plainfield. For more information about menu and drink selections, call 829-1000. Hours are Sunday through Monday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Tuesday and through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Friday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. have about 2 minutes to 18 minutes till scheduled kickoff time. Neither team has yet made it out to the field. It looks like Franklin Community is slowly making their way out to the field. We haven't heard so much from Plainfield tonight. Plainfield will be wearing their camo uniforms tonight in feature of the National Guard for this game, so that'll be an interesting thing to look out for. It's not exactly going to be completely red out, as they will have camo with black numbers. Franklin Community will be wearing their white uniforms with the blue shorts as well as the white helmets with blue trim. We've talked a little bit already this pregame about Franklin's passing to rush ratio. You know, this is a team that piled up 555 yards of offense in the victory their first game against Seymour, despite not completing a pass. So when I've been trying to talk about how this offense is for Franklin Community, they can get it done on the ground, and they'll look to run before they throw it. So we'll see what kind of defense Plainfield comes out to try and slow down that rushing attack. Plainfield getting set to take the field. Crowd starting to show their appreciation. And here comes the home team. Plainfield, we talked about wearing their camo uniforms tonight with their white shorts with the red trim and red helmets as they clear the field to get ready for the coin flip. Let's thank a couple more of our sponsors. Carey Digital is a full-service, state-of-the-art digital printing from business cards to banners. They have been a multi-year provider of senior posters at the south end of the field. Address is 2701 Fortune Circle East in Indianapolis. Open weekdays from 7 to 7. Call them directly at 317-227-0220 for more information. Payroll department. If you're a business owner with or without employees, you're probably wondering about your payroll. What about taxes, child support, auditing, Social Security? It can be a bit overwhelming, but we've got the answer for you. The Payroll Department Incorporated. Payroll Department Incorporated can help put your mind at ease where all of these problems are concerned. Locally owned and operated for over 20 years, call today at 852-2568 or stop by the Payroll Department Incorporated at 701 North Green Street in Brownsburg. Players take the field to get ready for the coin flip. Looks like Plainfield won the toss and elected to receive. They'll be playing from the south side of the field. North will be Franklin Central. Going back deep to receive the kickoff for this Plainfield team is Josh Miller and Garrett Patton. We talked about the place kicker, dangerous place kicker, Patrick Palmer for Franklin Community. He's got a leg on him, so it should be interesting to see how far he kicks on these kickoffs. And the kick's away. It's fielded by Josh Miller. He looks to make a break for it, gets it to the 30-yard line before he's brought down, and that's where Plainfield will start their drive. Looks like the ball came loose, but the play was already whistled dead. So Plainfield still retains possession, and it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 30. Do apologize. Looks like the fog machine is out in force tonight, so do apologize about the view on the video feed. Brady Nichols under center, hands it off to Maple, looks to try and get something up the center, gets 1 or 2 yards before he's met by a bevy of Franklin community defenders, and that'll push them back. So not exactly the opening play that Plainfield is probably looking for, but either way, it'll be 2nd and 8 on the 31-yard line. Brady Nichols gets the play and goes back into the huddle. This Grizzly Cub team plays in the 4-3. Talked about how effective their defense has been all year. Brady Nichols in the I formation, 2 receivers to the left, Garrett Patton and Gabe Burkhart. Handoff goes right up the middle to Maple, and once again, he gets a yard, maybe 2, before he's brought down by a swarm of defenders. We'll call it 2, so that'll bring out 3rd and call it 6 on the 34-yard line. So far, 2 straight runs for this Plainfield offense. Garrett Patton wide left. Nichols under center in the I formation. Scans the defense. 8-box front. Pitch out, goes to Maple. Makes a man miss, and he'll be brought down short of the first down marker at about the, call it 37, and that'll bring out 4th down and force this Plainfield offense to punt. Going back to receive the punt is Mark Nally. He has 1 punt return touchdown on the season already against Howe. And the punt's away. Nally comes up to field it at about the 30. Has 1 blocker in front of him. Looks to the outside. Has a little bit of room to work with. Cuts the corner. Trying to find some room on the outside. And he'll finally be pushed out of bounds at close to the 43. Went from one side of the field to the other. Got about maybe 10 yards on the return before he's pushed out. Had to do a lot of work to get those 10 yards. Either way, this Grizzly Cub offense will come out at 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line. Under center is going to be David Steer, a 6'1", 190-pound junior. Get to some of the starters in a moment. 2 receivers to the right. Motion man. Handoff goes right up the middle to Ron Barr. He gets absolutely nothing and brought back for a loss after great penetration by this Plainfield defense. The starters for the Franklin Community offense, Phil Indris, Kyle Woodard, Cole Edwards, Justin Tucker, and Tyler Hendricks from left to right on this offensive line. Nick Young will be one of the main receivers to watch for, as well as Damon Munn. Under center will be David Steer, the quarterback, 6'1", 190 junior. And then we talked about Ross Barr will be one of the players to watch for out of the backfield. 2nd and 11. Steer going under center. 2 receivers at either side. Motion man comes in. Looks like handoff goes right up the middle to Ross Barr. Gets maybe a yard, possibly 2, so almost back to the original line of scrimmage to bring out 3rd down. We talked about Ross Barr. Jake Stevenson, Phoenix Campos, and Chad Williams will all get time in that backfield as they come out in a little bit of a wishbone formation, quarterback option. It does this offense. They will have receivers to either side, but we talked about it earlier, how much this team likes to rush. We'll get to the defensive starters for Plainfield in just a second. David Steer goes under center. Bunch formation, 2 receivers either side. Fakes the handoff, and now he will pitch it out. That would be Chad Williams on the pitch out, and he gets 3, maybe 4 yards before he's brought down. Looked like the tackle was made by Michael Conley. So that'll bring out 4th and 4 on the 47-yard line for Franklin Community as they stall on their first offensive drive and will be forced to punt. So we'll have to hold on getting those Plainfield defensive starters. Back to receive the punt for Plainfield is Brady Nichols. He'll let it take a bounce and actually just go ahead and let it bounce as it rolls to about the 14 and gets a favorable roll late for Franklin Community. So it'll be about the 14-yard line is where it looks like they'll spot the ball, and Plainfield will come out for its second series. This Plainfield offense, Kyle Roy, Tyler Kurt, and Bobby Jensen will all be on the line. We talked about Brady Nichols being under center. Garrett Patton is his main go-to receiver, as well as Gabe Burkhart, the tight end, will see action, and Ricardo Dubecki is the other wide receiver to look out for. Patton wide left, I formation. Motion man is Burkhart, the tight end, and handoff goes to Maple. He looks to cut it outside, tries to make a man miss, doesn't get much, maybe to the 20-yard line, so it'll be a gain of about 3 or 4 and bring out second down. For the Franklin Community defense, they run the 4-3. Alex Clayton, Connor Tully, Austin Ramsey, and Nick Welsh all on that defensive front. Linebacker core of Jacob Stevenson, Jason Marone, Michael Petrel, and we'll get to the DBs in just a moment. As the quick pitch out goes to Jacob Maple, tries to cut it to the right side, doesn't find much, maybe a yard, really just back to the original line of scrimmage. So we'll call it 3rd and 5 on the 20. The DBs for this Franklin Community defense, Dakota Wyrick, his brother Matthew Wyrick, Michael Chadbourne, and Nick King. Check that. It looks like the spot of the ball is 3rd and 1 on the 24. 6:33 left to go. Scoreless game here at Plainfield. Nichols under center. Bunch formation. No receivers out. Handoff goes right up the middle. Looks like Tristan Southwood got the carry, and looks like he got pushed back. Don't think he got it. We'll see where exactly they spot it. Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it. But it does look like they're going to measure it, so we'll see exactly they get a favorable chain. Check that. They are not going to chain gang it, so it'll be a punt. Nally back deep to return. Straightaway punt. Not the kind of punt you want, and it looks like they'll just let it roll. So while it wasn't a very good punt, it gets a favorable roll, and that'll work. And it looked like Ricardo Dubecki was the punter on that punt. So it didn't exactly get the hang time, but at least it got the distance. Plainfield's defense, Grayson Goodbar, Justin Massey, Nick Rowan, and Bryce Biddle will be on that defensive front. Michael Conley, Hunter Smith, and Evan Schneider will be in the linebacker core. We'll get to the DBs in just one moment. David Steer goes under center. 2 receivers to either side, tight formation. 1 running back behind him. Plainfield might bring pressure, and they do, but handoff goes right up the middle and doesn't get much. That was Ross Barr on the carry. Got maybe a yard. We'll call it a yard and a half, so that'll bring out 2nd and 10 on the 26-yard line for Franklin Community. Defensive backs for this Plainfield defense. Mark Dahm is a player to watch, 6 foot, 170-pound junior, was very active in that loss to Decatur Central. Chris Clark and Dayton Clements will all see action as well in the DB field. Under center goes Steer. Motion man is Chad Williams. He'll get the handoff from Steer right up the middle. Got maybe 3 on the carry, so we'll call it 3rd and 4. Ball on the 33-yard line. 5 minutes left to go. Scoreless game in the first quarter. One receiver wide right and Munn. The other receiver, Nick Keenan, on the other side. Motion man is Phoenix Campos. He'll go back to the right side. Steer under center. Behind him is Ross Barr. Motion man is Chad Williams. And Barr will get the carry, and he will get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring out 4th down. So far, neither offense really been able to get much, as both defenses come out strong so far here early. Brady Nichols goes back to field the oncoming punt. High snap, punts away. Good hang time on this one. It'll go to the left side, left side, and they'll let it roll down to about the 15-yard line. Does Franklin Community. So Plainfield will come out on their own 15-yard line. Take a moment to thank our friends at Dugan Chevrolet, Dugan Sports Performance, and Jimmy John's for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Thank you for supporting Plainfield football. Nichols comes out in the shotgun, 3-receiver set. Looks downfield and finds his man right over the middle. Believe that was Gabe Burkhardt on the catch. And it was. So that'll be a gain of about 4 on the quick over-the-top play. Once again, they come out 3-receiver set. Patton, Burkhardt, and looks like Dubecki. Maple in with his quarterback. Looks like the pass was intended for Garrett Patton on the right side on the curl route, but Nichols and Patton are unable to hook up, so that'll bring out 3rd down. So it'll be 3rd and 4 on the 21-yard line, 3:11 left to go in this first quarter. Two receivers to the left. Looks like that'd be Patton and Dubecki. Check that, Patton and Burkhardt, one to the right. Nichols looks to throw, looks over the middle, has Burkhardt. He has room to run. Check that. That is Dubecki on the catch. So he got a lot of yards per carry, caught the ball at about the 35 and got it to about the 41. So that'll move the chains. That's the first down we've seen so far from either team tonight. So Plainfield came out rushing the ball, but now they've gone to the passing game, and thus far, it's on this drive at least, it's fooled this Grizzly Cub defense. Patton goes wide to the left, wide to the right is Dubecki. Back in the I formation. Motion man is Dubecki from right to left. Nichols finds his man Maple in the backfield. He makes a 2-man miss on the nice split, and he'll get up to about the 49-yard line before he's tackled and pushed out of bounds by Jacob Stevenson, the 5'9", 180-pound junior. Good run there by Maple, just split the defenders going up the field on the cutback. So that'll bring out 2nd and 2, ball on the 49. Clock continues to tick in this first quarter, down to 2:24. Going wide to the right is Garrett Patton. On the left is Dubecki. He's the motion man. I formation. Handoff goes right up the middle. That would be Josh Miller on the carry. And he looks like he got close to the first down marker. It's for a gain of 2. We'll see exactly where they spot it. And it looks like they will go ahead and move the chains. So it'll be another first down for this Plainfield offense. Patton and Dubecki go to the right. I formation. Handoff is faked. It'll be a play-action pass, and pass will be completed, Dubecki, at close to the 40-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 1 on the nice play-action pass from Nichols to Dubecki. Minute 17 left to go in this first quarter. Patton wide to the left, Dubecki wide to the right, I formation. Nichols under center. He'll fake the handoff again, play action, looking downfield, pressure coming, and he was going to take off and run with it. And he'll get about, he'll get the first down, probably about 9 or 10 more on the play, and that'll be enough to move the chains. Pressure came that time from Connor Tolley, the 6'1", 225 senior nose tackle for this Grizzly Cub defense. Got in the face of Nichols, and he just broke it down and ran with it. And that's his 5th rush on the season and the first for a game. Clock continues to tick, 45 seconds. Plainfield looking to get one more play off before the first quarter comes to an end. Patton wide to the left, Dubecki wide to the right, I formation. Handoff goes up the middle. That would be Josh Miller on the carry. Gets 3, maybe 4 on the carry before he's brought down. Looks like number 34, Jacob Stevenson, there on the tackle. So that'll bring out 2nd and 6, ball on the 29-yard line. 13 seconds left to go. Plainfield players coming on and off the field. We'll see if they try and get a playoff. Nope, and they're going to bring it back. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Plainfield finally getting a drive together. Neither team really getting much offensively thus far until Plainfield had this drive going late to end the first quarter. So was a defensive stalemate there for a little bit in the first quarter. So, but Plainfield is now moving the ball. Take a quick moment to thank some more of our sponsors, the Hendricks County Flyer. We want to thank them at the Hendricks County Flyer that helped make tonight's video webcast possible. Please check them out online, as well as watch tonight's game at flyergroup.com. Hendricks Regional Health, Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health, provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body and get you back to the activities you love. Get more information online at mymotion360.org. Established in 1882 as Harris Bank and owned by BMO Financial Group since 1984, BMO Harris Bank has grown to become one of the largest banks in the Midwest, serving personal, commercial, and affluent customers. They are located in Plainfield at 2609 East Main. For more information, call them at 839-3501. So the teams will change sides. Looks like James Mayberry is going to be on the wide right, Patton wide left, Hunter Smith in there in the slot. Handoff goes up the middle to Josh Miller, and flag comes out on that play as the tackle came in, and it looked like it was a helmet-to-helmet shot as Josh Miller was going down. We'll see exactly what the call is here momentarily. Personal foul, helmet-to-helmet against Franklin Community, so that will move the sticks. Player now down. Hate seeing that. And it looks like it was Josh Miller. So they will tend to him. So while we have the timeout on the field, we'll thank a couple more of our sponsors. Rhodes and Kinsley LLP and CPAs and financial advisors in business since 1990. They handle individual and business tax and accounting work located at 8315 West 10th Street in Indianapolis. You can call 271-1040 to set up an appointment. Going back to that play, it was Josh Miller on the carry. Had a little bit of lane to work with, and then the hit came straight across as he was going down. And he looks like he's going to be helped off the field. So it looks like he's limping a little bit off, but he's going off, and that's the good thing, and he hears it from this crowd. So we'll see if he can get back in there later and how severe his injury is. We wish him the best. For those of you wondering, with the change in uniforms to the camo, Josh Miller normally wears 14, but tonight he's wearing number 5, as some of the numbers have been changed tonight. Makes my job a little bit harder, but we work it with what we got. Garrett Patton goes wide to the right. Hunter Smith in the slot. Dubecki wide left. In the shotgun, Nichols gets it. Looks to the right for Garrett Patton in the corner of the end zone. Does not hook up. So that'll bring out 2nd and 10. Ball on Plainfield zone 15. Patton goes wide to the right. Tyler Kinman is in the slot. Dubecki wide left. Handoff goes on the direct snap to Jacob Maple, but he doesn't get much. Actually loses a yard or two. So Plainfield trying to do a little bit trickery on the direct snap to Maple from that fullback spot, but he doesn't get much, and that'll bring out 3rd and 11. Patton goes wide to the right. Wide to the left is James Mayberry. In the slots, Dubecki. Shotgun, Nichols going straight up and intercepted. And it's actually going to be called incomplete. There is a flag down on the play. Didn't see exactly what the flag was for, but it was in the vicinity of both the receiver and the defensive back. So, not sure exactly what the call is, but Plainfield's defense coming out on the field as well as Franklin Community's offense. And they will call a false start, and I guess they will call that as an interception. It was called an incomplete pass originally on the field, but after talking about it, it's going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 1-yard line after the interception. So that false start was waved off by Franklin. So they'll have the full length of the field to go on this offensive possession. Damon Munn goes wide to the right. Slot man is Nick King. Steer under center. And he'll do a quarterback keeper, try and get something out of that play. Got 1, maybe 2 on the quarterback keeper. Plainfield almost in a goal line stand. Only single coverage on the outsides. So that'll bring out 2nd and 8. Ball on the 3-yard line for Franklin Community, their own 3. Two receivers go to the right. Tight formation for Franklin Community. Motion man. Handoff goes right up the middle to Ross Barr, and he gets 1, maybe 2 on the carrier, and that'll be it. Check that. He didn't get anything on that. That'll bring out 3rd and 8. Ball on the 3 for Franklin Community. One receiver wide right. That is Munn. One receiver to the left is Evan Sipes, the 5'7", 170-pound senior. And Franklin and Community will elect to take the timeout. 3 and 6, ball on the 4-yard line. 9:28 left to go in the second quarter. Take a quick moment to thank some more of our sponsors tonight. Rhodes and Kinsley LLP and CPAs and financial advisors in business since 1990. They handle individual and business tax and accounting work. Located at 8315 West 10th Street in Indianapolis. You can call 271-1040 to set up an appointment. Copyco Office Solutions is a local Xerox dealership. We sell and service copiers and printers and provide a wide variety of technology solutions, providing and supporting all of your business technology needs. Copyco is located at 2920 Fortune Circle West, STEC. Call 241-5800 or stop by Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Avon Dental Care has provided customer-made mouth guards to the football program for the 2nd consecutive year and are celebrating their 20th year in the business. They are located at 7517 Beechwood Center Road, Suite 100 in Avon, and can be reached at 272-8100. three receiver set for Franklin Community. They fake the handoff and look to pass it, and that pass is going to Chad Williams, and he has a lot of room to work with. We talked about how this Franklin Community team does not elect to throw very often, so looked like Plainfield was playing the rush once again, and that time it caught him as the play-action pass goes for big yardage. Looks like Evan Sipes was the recipient on that catch. Sipes goes out wide to the left, Damon Munn to the right, and slot is Nick King. That'll be 1st and 10 on the 43-yard line. Handoff is faked to Ross Barr, and the quarterback will keep it. He'll go up to the middle, and he'll get about 10 on the carry. So David Steer keeps it on the quarterback keeper on the option play, and he'll be close to a first down. I think they're looking to move the chains, and they do. So that'll bring 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the left. Bunch formation in the backfield for Franklin Community. Handoff is right up the middle to Ross Barr. And not much doing. Get a yard or two, and that'll bring out 2nd and 8. So far, the Plainfield had the best drive of the game thus far at the end of the first quarter. Got it all the way down to the 1-yard line before it was picked off. And then after the interception, now Franklin Community has the offense going for them as they look to try and score in this scoreless game thus far. Franklin Community has 2 receivers to the left. Motion man comes and gets the pitch out. That's Phoenix Campos, and he has room to work. One man to beat, and he's brought down by that one man. That would be Chris Clark on the tackle, the 6', 180 senior. Phoenix Campos came in motion from right to left and got the pitch out and had one man to beat before it was all said and done, which was Chris Clark. Two receivers to the right. Motion man's Chad Williams. And Steer will fake it, and he'll keep it himself and go up the middle. Doesn't get much. Plenty of tacklers there. You can give it to a couple different people, but Hunter Smith was one of the main ones there to bring Steer down on the quarterback keeper as he got 1, maybe 2 on the play. 2nd and call it 6. Ball on the 24-yard line. 7:39 left to go in the second quarter. Damon Munn goes wide to the right. In the slot is Evan Sipes. Motion man Chad Williams. He'll get it from the pitch out. He has room to work with on the right side. Good blocks from those wide receivers on the right side, but he's unable to turn the corner, does Chad Williams, the 5'6", 160-pound senior. He has 23 rushes and 122 yards so far on the year, as well as a touchdown. So he'll get 2 on the play. That'll bring out 3rd and 6. Ball on the Plainfield 20. Wide to the left is Sipes. Slot man is Damon Munn. Bunch formation behind Steer under center. Motion man's Chad Williams. And Steer will hand it right up the middle to Ross Barr, and he's stuffed. So far, this Plainfield defense has done a good job keeping Ross Barr in check, the leading rusher for this Franklin Community offense. He has not had much to work with from that quarterback. We talked about it a little bit earlier, the slight wishbone that this team runs. They elect to run it most of the time, but from that wishbone, they have a lot of different options from the quarterback coming out from under center with so many different defensive running backs in the backfield. Phoenix Campos is in the slot. Different formation there. Steer will keep it on the quarterback keeper. It's 4th and 1 on the 18. And that's going to be close as the 4th and 1, the Franklin Community Grizzly Cubs go for it. And it'll be close, but they're going to go ahead and move the chains. So that'll be a first down on the quarterback keeper from Steer. Two receivers to the left. Steer goes under center. Munn in the slot. Pitch out. Goes to Phoenix Campos. He has plenty of room to work with, and he's going to waltz right into the end zone. We saw that play go for big yardage earlier. The pitch out from Phoenix Campos, the motion man coming from right to left. And that time he had plenty of room to work with and saw nothing but green right in front of him as he rushed in for the touchdown. So I'll make it 6-0 in favor of Franklin Community with 5:48 left to go. Patrick Palmer comes on to try the PAT. He's 20 of 22 thus far on the year. And the kick is up and good. That one would have cleared from about the 30-yard line. So that'll make the score 7-0. As we have our first score thus far, Franklin Community takes the early lead. Two plays that really burned Plainfield on that drive. Well, make that 3 plays. There was the 2 pitch outs that Campos got, one for the touchdown, the other for big yardage. But the passing play really laid for some big yardage to Evan Sipes up the middle of the field on the play-action pass from Steer to Sipes. All in all, that drive was a very long drive. It started at the 1-yard line after the interception. Plainfield had the offensive momentum, turned it over at the 1-yard line. That's where Franklin Community was able to drive the length of the field for the score. .548 left to go. Plenty of time to work with for Plainfield. Back deep to return is Josh Miller and Garrett Patton. Kick goes way into the end zone, and that'll actually that'll go out of the end zone for the touchback. This Patrick Palmer, I'll tell you what, he's got a leg on him. That time he was kicking with the wind, and it proved as he got that one to go all the way for the touchback. Coming up at halftime, we'll go over some of the scores from around the state. Stay tuned for that. I know Brownsburg has their homecoming tonight. My wife, the school teacher, teaches at Brownsburg, said they had their homecoming today. So I'm sure they're jazzed for tonight's game. Up the middle goes Maple, gets maybe a yard or two before he's brought down. So that'll bring out second and call it 8, ball on the 20-yard line. Check that, ball on the 23-yard line. Excuse me. Tight formation, 2 receivers to the right in close proximity. Nichols under center. On the pitch out, Maple gets it. There is a flag down on the play, and he is brought down in open field by Jason Moran, the 5'9", 165 junior. Let's see what the flag is. Came from the backfield, so we'll see if it is a false start or not. We'll wait and see what the call is. Check that there. It's not a false start. It's a holding penalty, so that'll back Plainfield up. Looks like it will be spotted at about the 12-yard line. So that'll bring out second and long. 5:04 left to go in the second quarter. Nichols goes under center. I formation. 1 receiver to the right is Dubecki. Patton wide to the left. Dubecki the motion man from right to left. Nichols fumbles it on the handoff, and that's going to be recovered by Franklin Community. On the handoff, Nichols lost control of it, and right there to pick it up after getting penetration was Nick Welch, the 6'3", 210 junior defensive end for Franklin Community. So that'll bring Franklin Community's offense back on the field, and they just got done scoring. So a bobble on the handoff leads to the fumble and the recovery by these Grizzly Cubs. Damon Munn goes wide to the right. Evan Sipes in the slot. Nick King wide right. Steer under center. Looks over the middle of the field, and he's got Phoenix Campos for the reception touchdown. That'll be his first receiving touchdown of the year. So Phoenix Campos is having a pretty big day. He's got one rushing touchdown and now one passing touchdown to bring the score 13-0 in favor of the Grizzly Cubs. Palmer on to try the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-0 now in favor of the Grizzly Cubs over the Plainfield Quakers. Take a quick timeout before we bring you the rest of this second quarter. And the long kickoff goes once again out of the end zone for the touchback, does Patrick Palmer. So far the Grizzly Cubs really capitalizing on the defense that we heard so much about in this Mid-State Conference, as they have had one touchdown and one fumble recovery that has led to two offensive scoring possessions. So 2 scores allowed off of turnovers thus far for Plainfield. So that's where we stand 14-0 in favor of the Grizzly Cubs. Patton wide to the right. Dubecki the motion man from right to left. Under center is Nichols. He fakes the handoff and looks to throw. And overthrows his man Dubecki on the right side on the curl route. And that'll bring out 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 20-yard line. .436 left to go in the second quarter. Plainfield down 2 scores. Nichols goes under center, has 2 receivers to the right. Burkhart, the motion man, the tight end from right to left. And on the pitch out, Maple gets it. He looks to find some room to work with. He's got daylight, and it closes very quickly, but not before he gets the first down. Got about 12 on the carry, so that's really the first daylight Maple's been able to find thus far this game, but it goes for the first down. So 1st and 10, ball on Plainfield zone 33. 67 yards left to go for the score to try and get this game back into a 1-score game before before halftime. 4:16 left to go. Burkhart, the motion man from left to right, 2 receivers either side. Handoff goes once again to Maple. He spins against the tackler before he is met by Matthew Warwick, who that was a great play for the tackle by Warwick. He had one block in front of him and had to wedge away from that to get a hand on Maple and was still able to bring Maple down. No easy feat, to be sure. So that'll bring out 2nd and 4, ball on the Plainfield 40, 3:39 left to go. 2 receivers to the right, Dubecki and Patton. I formation. Handoff goes to Maple, and he will be stuffed after he gets 1 or 2 on the play to bring out 3rd and call it 2. Plainfield trying to keep this drive alive. They still have 3 timeouts left to use. 3:09 left to go. Patton goes wide to the right. Bunch formation in the backfield. Burkhart, the motion man, from left to right. Handoff goes to Maple, and he's hit immediately and brought down. So he didn't get anything on that play. A tackle and penetration there from Jacob Stevenson, the 5'9", 180 junior for the Grizzly Cubs. Got immediately into the backfield to bring Maple down. So that'll bring out 4th and 1, 2:34 left to go. Plainfield looks like they're going to punt it. Ricardo Dubecki out there to punt it away. Low snap, gets it away. This time a high kick. And it'll be fielded at about the 24 by Nally. He's got a little bit of room to work with. He's still going. Guts it to the outside. Has room to work with. Can he meet one more tackler on the spin? He gets it. He has nothing but daylight in front of him. One man to beat, and he will go in for the score. So Nally on the run back from the punt will make it a 3-touchdown lead. Nally got it at the 34 and was able to find his way to the outside. Made one great spin in the open field, and that was it. So once again, Franklin Community gets the score. Special teams and defense have really been the order of the day for the Grizzly Cubs. Extra point try coming up for Franklin Community. And it is up and good. So a 3-touchdown deficit now faces the Plainfield Quakers. Franklin Community capitalizing on special teams and defense to get where they have gotten with this 3-touchdown lead. And Plainfield, with 2 minutes left to go, really needs something to spark this team to try and get them back into it, at least make it an uphill truck, if you will, before the half. That would be Nally's second, if my stats are right, Nally's second punt return on the year. Had one earlier against Howe. Kick up coming for Patrick Palmer. Back deep, Josh Miller and Garrett Patton to return. Haven't been able to return nothing the last 2 times, and this one will be looked like it had a chance to be fielded, but it takes a bounce at about halfway through the end zone and rolls to the back. So once again, Plainfield will start at their own 20. 2 minutes left to go. 3 timeouts for Plainfield to work with to try and make it a 2-touchdown game before the half. In the shotgun, Nichols looks, finds his receiver on the left side. That would be Garrett Patton. And he'll get 4 on the reception. Bring out 2nd and 6. Check that. The ball hit the ground, so that was an incomplete pass. So that'll bring out 2nd and 10. Looks like James Mayberry in on the right side. 2-3 receiver set. Handoff goes to Maple. Makes one man miss. Makes another man miss. Flag down on the play. He's still making men miss. Gets to the 30. Just bouncing off tacklers. Zigzagging in and out. And he'll be close to he'll actually have the first down, depending on the pending flag. Great carry there by Maple. Just making tacklers miss. Call goes against Franklin Community. No penalty. They actually picked up the flag. Excuse me. Mayberry goes to the left. Wide to the right. Dubecki and Patton in bunch formation. In the shotgun is Nichols. He gets it. He looks to pass. Pressure coming up the middle. He looks to run it to the outside. He has nothing to go with, and he will be tackled out of bounds. Plainfield wanted a flag for the late hit. No flag down on the play thus far. Tackle was made by number 68, Alex Clayton, the defensive end. So that'll bring out 2nd and 9. Carry goes for 1 on the play from Nichols. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Mayberry and Dubecki on the left. In the shotgun, Nichols. Nichols looks to pass, throws. Diving for it is Patton, but the pass goes off of his fingertips out of bounds. Great effort there by Patton, but unable to haul it in. Minute 27 left to go in the second quarter. That'll bring out 3rd and 9. Plainfield unable to get anything going thus far on this drive. Nichols in the shotgun. Patton and Mayberry on the right. Dubecki on the left. Motion man is Mayberry. Nichols in the shotgun. Gets it. And on the draw play finds Maple. He's got room to work with. Has a couple of blocks downfield, and he'll get a good run on that. All the way about 14 yards on the carry. So that'll move the chains. The ball will be on the 46-yard line of Plainfield. Minute 20 left to go in the second quarter. Patton goes wide to the right. Mayberry and Dubecki on the left. Once again in shotgun. Gets the pass, finds his man Patton, and they will call it incomplete as it hit the ground before Patton was able to reel it in on the dive attempt. It was a little bit of a low pass there from Nichols. I'm sure Patton would have liked it a little bit higher. Either way, it'll bring out 2nd and 10, ball on the 46. .105 left to go. Down 3 scores is Plainfield. In the shotgun formation, 2-minute drill. Nichols gets it, looks downfield, and there will be a flag on that play. His intended target downfield was Peyton, but he got a little bit tripped up close to where the first down marker was as he was trying to make his cut on his route, and that'll draw the flag. And it will be pass interference on Franklin Community, and that'll be good enough for the first down to move the chains. Ball on the Franklin Community 39. 1st and 10, 59 seconds and left to go in the second quarter. 3 timeouts Plainfield still has. Nichols in the shotgun. And once again, the draw play goes to Maple up the middle. He makes a man miss. He's got room to work on the cutback right to left. Gets a good block in the middle of the field, and he'll dive in and get the touchdown. Great run there by Maple. Cut it back and give credit for the open field block to Chris Clark. The 6', 180-pound junior in the middle of the field was the one that sprung the block that was able to get Maple to the end zone. So Plainfield gets exactly what they needed to score to try and make it a 2-touchdown game going into the half. Still 48 seconds left to go. We'll see what Franklin Community can bring out. Andrew Burbich on to try the extra point. He's 18 of 18 on the year. Snap is fumbled, and that will be recovered by Dakota Warwick, but because it was a PAT, nothing really comes of it. But the bad snap will keep it actually a 3-touchdown game. So the score is 21-6 in favor of Franklin Community with 48 seconds left to go. Take a quick moment to thank some of our sponsors. Stop by and visit American Family Insurance Doug Hawk Agency Incorporated at 704 North Carr Road in Plainfield. You can reach them at 839-9445. Stop in Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 to discuss your insurance needs. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction is engaged in building custom homes, remodeling, insurance repair, and handyman services while exceeding client expectations and delivering products with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs. Their services include insurance repairs, restoration, hailstorm and weather-related repairs, remodeling service, and new home construction. For more information, call Wicker Construction at 839-8353. And timeout taken by Franklin Community before the kick. So that'll leave them with 1 timeout left to go. 48 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Take a quick timeout as well before we bring you the rest of this first half. Welcome back to Plainfield High School. Andrew Burbridge set to kick off. 21-6 is our score here at Plainfield. 48 seconds left to go. And it is a squib kick, and it'll be recovered by Dakota Warwick at close to the, we'll call it the 29-yard line. And Franklin Community will come back out on offense. Only 1 timeout to work with. 46 seconds left to go. We'll see what they come up with. See if they're content to take a see if they're content to take the 15-point lead into half. And they do come out in victory formation and will kneel it down. So they look to run out the clock in the second half, content with that 15-point lead. And they won't have to. Difference between the play clock and the game clock says they won't have to re-snap it. They look like they're about to line up to re-snap it, but the difference is in favor of the game clock, so they'll just let it run down, and that'll bring us to the half. So the halftime score, 21-6 in favor of the Grizzly Cubs. Not exactly the start that Plainfield definitely wanted. Woodard talked about how this Franklin Community defense can get after it, and that's exactly what they did in that first half. Capitalizing on the IMT and then driving all the way down from the 1 for the touchdown. And then as well, on the fumble recovery on the short field, was able to get it in on one play. And then, of course, the punt return. That's how Franklin Community got their 3 touchdowns. Maple had the nice carry, but got the touchdown for it. But they failed PAT try. Left 1 point on the field for Plainfield. So that's the scoring summary thus far. We'll have a little bit more of first half look back, as well as what adjustments we'd make, and reset the scene for you when we come back. So we'll take a quick break and bring the rest of the halftime show back to you. Welcome back to Plainfield High School. This is JP Sinclair. Score at the half, 21-6 in favor of Franklin Community. Not exactly the score that Plainfield and Coach Brad Woodard were hoping for, but really and truly give credit to Franklin Community. They've come out and capitalized on the opportunities they presented themselves, including the fumble recovery as well as the interception that we saw in the first half and the punt return for the touchdown. And also that Franklin Community offense getting it done as well, going the full length of the field from the one yard line, to score the touchdown. One of those that interception recovery, from the interception recovery, I should say. We'll get to adjustments and in a moment, but let's go and take a look at scores from around the state. Adams Central up over Southern Wells, 14-7 in the second. Tri-Central up 13-0 over Anderson Prep Academy in the first. Greensburg up 14-7 is the score there at Greensburg over Batesville in the second. Ben Davis blanketing Center Grove 13-0 so far in the first. Bluffton up over Heritage 6-0 in the first. Union City over Cambridge City Lincoln 7-0 in the second. In the second, Caston is up 6-0 against South Newton. Columbus East leads Madison 27 in the second. 22-7 in the second, I should say. East Noble up 14-0 over Columbia City in the second. Cascade is leading Edgewood 14-0 in the first. At the half, Elwood leads Oak Hill 14-7. Fishers up 3-0 against Zionsville in the second. That's one of the games of the week to look out for. So far a tight game there. Fountain Central blanketing Benton Central thus far, 14-0 in the first. Franklin leads Plainfield here, talked about, 21-6 at the half. Hamilton Heights is leading Northwestern 14-0 in the second. Let's see. Noblesville is leading by 2 against Hamilton Southeastern, 9-7 in the second. Brownsburg thus far at their homecoming is beating Harrison West Lafayette 10-3 in the second. Avon is up big against Lafayette Jeff, 37-7 in the second. Pike leads Lawrence North in the second quarter, 26-0. Lewis Cass is leading Taylor, 27-0 in the second. Westfield up 3 against McCutcheon, 17-14 in the second. Eastbrook leads by 10 against Missanina in the second, 17-7 is the score there. All tied up, North Montgomery and Lebanon in the second quarter. North Vermilion leads Rockville 8-0 in the first. Jennings County is up big against Seymour, 28-3 in the second quarter. New Pal up against Shelbyville, 14-0 in the first. Tipton leads Sheridan 13-3 in the first. Warren Central thus far is blanketing Carmel at the half. 6-0 is the score there, so plenty of time for Carmel to get back into it. That's definitely a game to watch. That's two big powerhouse schools going at it in that matchup. Western leads Eastern Greentown 35-0 in the second. So those are the scores that we have thus far for you. Let's take a moment to thank some of our sponsors. Julia Burbich. With Julia Burbich and Bud Green from Remax Centerstone, you can consider it sold as a team. Julia and Bud have over 20 years of combined commercial and residential sales experience. Our team effort has brought many large-scale commercial projects to Plainfield, and Julia is a continued leader in residential sales across the county. Call Julia today at 317-754-5057 and let her make your next home purchase or selling experience as stress-free as possible. Niagara Bottles Company. Special thanks to the Niagara Bottling Company. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information on how they can get to work for you, please call 909-230-5000 at extension 5912. The Beacon Sign Company specializes in local high school sports and event signage needs. This is their 12th year of supporting the Red Pride football program. They are located at 9305 East US Highway 36 in Avon. Call 272-2388 for all your signage needs, or stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 6. The Three Pines Brew Pub is an excellent place for great food. They offer craft drink selections brewed on site, features a family-friendly atmosphere and would make a great destination for your next dining experience. They are located at 5020 Cambridge Way in Plainfield. For more information about menu and drink selections, call 829-1000. Their hours of operation are Sunday and Monday, 11 a.m. to 10, Tuesday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12:30. We'd also like to thank Carey Digital. They're a full-service, state-of-the-art digital printing from business cards to banners. They have a multi-year provider of senior posters at the south end of the field. Their address is 2701 Fortune Circle East in Indianapolis. They are open weekdays from 7 to 7. Call them directly at 317-227-0220 for more information. If you're a business owner with or without employees, you're probably wondering about your payroll. What about taxes, child support, auditing, Social Security? It can be a bit overwhelming, but we've got the answer for you. The Payroll Department Incorporated. The Payroll Department Incorporated can help put your mind at ease where all these problems are concerned. Locally owned and operated for over 20 years, call today at 852-2568 or stop by the Payroll Department Incorporated at 701 North Green Street in Brownsburg. We'd also like to thank our friends at Dugan Chevrolet, Dugan Sports Performance, and Jimmy John's for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Thank you for supporting Plainfield football. Take another quick break, and then we'll reset the scene and get set to bring you the second half here from Plainfield High School.
They played the first half, they played the second.
Hopefully we'll make some good adjustments.
Oh, we have to. We do, we'll be
Chase
fine.
looked pretty good.
Yeah. Well, Pike was down 28 to nothing. We could do it, come back and win 38 20.
Although he pointed that out, they set it up and we walked right into it. And we practiced.
We missed some practice. We had to go. You got to go to the ball carrier. You got to wait for the ball carrier to come to you.
And then with Josh being out, I think I'd move Chris back to safety and put Becky in cornerback. Because Chris has got speed to Becky. Yeah, he wants to talk to me right now.
Welcome back to Plainfield High School. This is JP Sinclair, broadcasting for AudioSportsOnline.net here at Plainfield. reset the scene for you. Franklin Community is in town, and so far is leading Plainfield 21-6 at the half. Not exactly the first half that Plainfield and Coach Brian Woodard were looking for, but we've got a whole nother half of football to play, and we'll see what they can do coming out of the locker room. Franklin Community has really set the tone early. We talked about how good in the pregame, how good this Franklin Community defense is. One of the top defenses in this Mid-State Conference, and that's why they've shown it, capitalizing on some of these plays, including the INT at the 1-yard line, as well as the fumble and fumble recovery from close to the 10-yard line. So long field and a short field, and give credit to the Franklin Community. They've been able to capitalize as well as the punt return, and that's basically how Franklin Community got their points. Maple had the nice run for the touchdown for this Plainfield team. Great blocks downfield led to that cutback and big gain for the touchdown. And the only bad part was the PAT try was fumbled on the snap, and that's how we got the 21-6 score. So for the second half adjustments, Plainfield really needs to come out and set a tone both offensively and defensively. That they're not done with this game yet. How they come out of the locker room is going to really dedicate in this upcoming third quarter how this rest of the game is going to pan out for them. If they come out and hit the floor running, they're that will definitely help them as they try and get back into this game. Offensively, they really need to. They haven't been able to get Maple as involved as they want. Yes, he had the one score for the touchdown on the long run. Besides that one play, that was about it for him. This Plainfield team, they can pass it, but they're much better when they're working off the pass. And Maple's really, if Maple can get it going on the ground, that'll lead to the play-action passes for them, which is how they want to be able to try and capitalize from that running game. Defensively, if you're Plainfield, you gave up the long field from the 1-yard line, but you also had the short field to work with. Franklin Community, we talked about in the pregame, they're a rushing team, but they can throw the ball as they've proven thus far. And they work really good off that play-action pass and that quarterback option. So you got to stay alert and stay on your man in coverage to be able to try and slow down that offense. For Franklin Community, you played a very good half of football, so not too many adjustments needed to make to try and prepare for what Plainfield's going to come out and do. If you can try and slow them down in the third quarter and keep them contained, then you stand a very good chance of coming away with the W after having such a good first half. Plainfield back out on the field as they get ready for the second half of football here at Plainfield High School. And we do apologize about the glare that we're getting on the TV feed. We'll try and work on that for you here in a moment. So we'll take a quick break, 29 seconds as the clock ticks down as Franklin Community comes out of the locker room, and we'll get set to bring you the second half.
together, boys. Get it done.
Lean over.
Reset the scene for you here from Plainfield High School. Franklin Community leads the Grizzly Cubs. Franklin Community Grizzly Cubs 4-2 on the season lead the Plainfield Quakers, who are 4-2 on the season, 21-6 at the half. Plainfield wearing their camo uniforms tonight in honor of the National Guard with the red helmets as well as the white pants. So far, it hasn't brought much luck, but this crowd still is cheering them on. So give credit to that, and hopefully they'll come out here in the second half to try and get something going. Franklin Community wearing their white uniforms with the blue trim and blue pants, and we'll get set for the second half. We talked a lot about the scoring drives, but really and truly, this Franklin Community team has been very impressive thus far under first-year coach Brian Woodard. We talked about it in the pregame. They're only giving up 26, or excuse me, not Brian Woodard, Adam Reese, the first-year coach for Franklin Community. Only allowing opponents to 15 points per game. So this defense has been very impressive under the first-year coach, as well as his offense. If they ever get a dangerous passing game, I mean, that's a scary team to look for, especially with how well they play in special teams as well. Patrick Palmer's got the leg, and Nally, we saw tonight, running the punt back. So definitely a dangerous team going forward. Plainfield received the opening kickoff, so Franklin Community, will receive. Switch sides once again. Plainfield will be defending the north end zone, where Franklin Community will be defending the south end zone. Night is completely fallen here as we get set for the second half. Beautiful night. Probably a mild 65 degrees now. Started the game around kickoff close to 70. Rain was partly cloudy when we got here. Chance of rain later on tonight, but thus far it feels absolutely gorgeous tonight. Just a great night for October Indiana high school football. Can't ask for much better. Burbage set to kick off. Back to receive Mark Nally and Chad Williams. And the kick's a directional kick, fielded at about the 44, and it'll be brought down. Didn't see exactly a chance to get it. I believe that was number 38, Michael Chadbourne, the 5'10", 160-pound junior for Franklin Community. Basically got it, tried to get a yard or two, and that's where Franklin Community will start. Wide to the left, Evan Sipes as well as Damon Munn. 3 running back formation behind Steer. Steer on the pitch out, finds Phoenix Campos, and he will get 4 or 5 on the play, close to the 41-yard line before he's brought down. The tackle will be given to, looks like, I believe that was Chris Clark on the tackle. Yes, that was Chris Clark on the tackle. Going out wide to the right is Munn. In the slot is Evan Sipes. 3 running back set. Pitch out goes to the right to Chad Williams, the motion man. He's got room to work with. And spinning ahead past the first down marker and into Plainfield territory was Phoenix Campo. Or check that, Chad Williams. Williams is a 5'6", 160-pound senior. Got to the outside and was able to turn it up for the first down. So it's 1st and 10, ball on the Plainfield 49. 11:04 left to go. 21-6 is our score if you're just joining us. Franklin Community is up. 21-6, I should say. 2 receivers to the left. 3 running back formation. Once again, pitch out goes to Campos. He looks to turn the corner. He's got room to work with. There is a flag on the play. And we'll see what the flag is. But Campos tried to turn to the outside. Got about 4 or 5 yards before he's brought down by Chris Clark. See exactly what the hold is. It's called a hold on Franklin Community. So that'll push them back. So it'll mark off 10.
Let's go defense. Let's make a stand.
Crowd trying to get their defense into it. Munn goes wide to the right. Wide to the left is Evan Sipes. 3 running back formation. Oh, as well as a slot man. That'd be Nick King. So only a 2 running back formation. Steer goes under center. Campos, the man in motion. And Steer will fake the handoff. He wanted to pitch it out. He almost lost the ball, but it looks like he will go down with the ball. Almost lost it as he wanted to pitch it out to the motion man Campos, but as soon as he did, he was tackled. I believe the tackle was made by Mark Dahm, the 6', 170 junior for the Quakers. So that'll bring 2nd and 20. Ball on the 42 after the holding penalty sent the Grizzly Cubs back. 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 1 running back, Ross Barr, behind Steer. And Barr will get the handoff. And he looks to turn upfield. He's got room to work with. Tries to cut it back and makes a man miss. And he'll get about 15 on the run before he's finally brought down. Looks like Evan Schneider. Check that. Brady Nichols was there on the tackle. So that'll bring out 1st and 10. Ball on 35 of Plainfield. Sipes wide to the left. Campos in the slot. Wide to the right is Munn. Handoff goes up the middle to Ross Barr, and he'll get 3 or 4 before he's brought down. Tackle was made by Nick Rowan, the nose tackle for this Quaker defense. 9:02 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Sipes goes wide to the left. In the slot is Phoenix Campos. Wide to the right is Munn. Handoff goes up the middle of the bar. Check that. He faked the handoff. It was Steer keeping it himself. And he'll get 1 or 2 on the play to bring out 3rd and call it 2 from the 26. Defense trying to make a stand here. Ball on the 26-yard line. We talked about Patrick Palmer. That is within his range. It would be a long field goal attempt. We'll see what happens if Plainfield can get the defensive stand they need here. Sipes wide to the left. In the slot is Joe Stevenson. Wide to the right is Munn. And timeout will be called. Franklin Community takes their first timeout of the second half. We want to give a thanks to our friends at the Hendricks County Flyer that have helped make tonight's video webcast possible. Please check them out online as well as watch tonight's game at flyergroup.com. Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body to get you back to the activities you love. Get more information online at mymotion360.org. Established in 1882 as Harris Bank and owned by BMO Financial Group since 1984, BMO Harris Bank has grown to become one of the largest banks in the Midwest, serving personal, commercial, and affluent customers. They are located in Plainfield at 2609 East Main. For more information, call them at 839-3501. So 8:11 left to go in the third quarter. Franklin Community up 21-6, 3rd and 1. Franklin Community driving, trying to get the first down on their 26-yard line. Plainfield trying to make a defensive stand. Bunch formation, power formation. Only one receiver wide right. And Steer will keep the handoff himself. And check that. He actually pitched it out to Chad Williams, who was brought down for a loss on the play. I thought Steer still had it. That was a great fake by Steer, but it didn't fool this Plainfield Quaker defense, even though it fooled me. So that was Chad Williams on the carry, and he'll lose a couple, and that'll bring out 4th and 1. We'll see if Patrick Palmer will kick it. And actually, they're going to go for it at 4th and 1. So big play coming up here. David Munn wide to the left. Motion man is Jake Stevenson. He goes back to the right side. Bunch formation. Everybody in. And pitch out goes to Stevenson. He has room to work with. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get more. He's looking for the end zone, and he's finally tripped out at about the 10-yard line. Tackle was made by, believe that was Hunter Smith there on the tackle. So Stevenson gets the big first down there that will keep this drive alive for the Grizzly Cubs. Had a chance to get off the field if you're the Quakers and weren't able to on 4th down. So that'll keep the Grizzly Cubs drive alive. Wide to the right is Munn. Bunch formation. Motion man and getting the handoff is Chad Williams. He looks to the run on the cutback on the right side, and he doesn't get much. Actually, no, he breaks a tackle and gets all the way to the end zone. Excuse me. I thought he was going to be knocked down at close to the 5-yard line, but he was able to break free and get to the end zone. So Chad Williams on the touchdown run, getting the pitch out from David Steer, gets it in the end zone. That'll make the score 27-6 with 6:55 left to go in the third quarter. Kick is up and good. So that'll make it 28-6 in favor of the Franklin Community Grizzly Cubs. Give credit to them. They have come out and played an excellent ball game. And Plainfield just has not had an answer thus far tonight. Great drive there by Franklin Community. Took plenty of time off the clock. I believe that was close to, 14 minutes and 5 seconds. No, check that. Drive that took 8 minutes and 5 seconds off the game clock. And now the kickoff will go to Josh Miller or Garrett Patton. And that will go into the end zone for the touchback. So, once again, Plainfield will start from their own 20. Wide to the left goes Patton. Wide to the right is Dubecki. I formation. Handoff goes up the middle. That is Maple on the carry. Makes a man miss. Tries to get to the outside, but he'll be brought down by Nick King, the cornerback for Franklin Community, but not before he got about 11, and that'll move the chains. So 1st and 10, ball on the 31 of Plainfield. 6:44 left to go in third quarter. If you're just joining us, Franklin Community has a commanding lead, 28-6. Patton wide to the right. DeBecky wide to the left. I formation. Handoff goes once again and up the middle to Maple. Tries to bounce it out. He'll fumble it, and that'll be covered by Franklin Community. Fumbled it as he was close to hitting the ground. Was not ruled down, so that will be a fumble. Give credit on the fumble recovery to number 17. That would be Matthew Warwick, the 5'11", 175-pound senior for Franklin Community, and they'll take over right there at the 43-yard line of Plainfield. So everything and that could possibly go wrong for Plainfield thus far tonight is going wrong. That's their third turnover of the night. Steer under center. Motion man is Chad Williams. Steer fakes the handoff to him and looks to throw and does not hook up with his intended receiver, David Munn, on the right side. Coverage on that play by Chris Clark. So that'll bring out 2nd and 10. Bunch formation, one receiver to the right, and Munn. Campos wide, not wide right, but he's the motion man. And Steer will get hit in the backfield and brought down. He wanted to hand it off, but absolutely had no chance to do that, as getting good penetration and bringing him down was Grayson Goodbar, the 6', 220 senior defensive end. Got to the quarterback, and Steer had absolutely nowhere to go and couldn't throw the pitch out on the option read because Goodbar had gotten so far into the backfield. So that'll bring out 3rd and long on the 45-yard line of Plainfield. Call it about 13, so 3rd and 13. One receiver to the right. Motion man is Campos. Campos gets it on the pitch out, and he'll be hit very quickly, as tracking him down was, I believe, number 19, Jake Whitney. So Whitney follows up and gets the big tackle there. 6', 230 senior. And that'll bring out 4th and 17. And it looks like Franklin Community will punt it off. Going back deep to return is Josh Miller. Or check that, Garrett Patton. Back deep to return. And punt almost blocked, but got it away. Patton will field it at about the 10. Tries to make a man miss. Gets to the outside, and he'll pick up about 4 before he's brought out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. So he got about 4 on the return, even with 2 men right there in front of him. Was able to make 1 man miss, but couldn't make the second man miss or break it to the outside. So Plainfield will take over. First and 10. Ball is actually on the 12-yard line, not the 14, excuse me. 5:04 in the third quarter. 28-6 is the score. And whistles are blown. And timeout will be called by Franklin Community. That leaves them with 1 timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well before we bring you back to the rest of the third quarter. 5:04 left to go. 28-6 is your score in favor of Franklin Community. give some quick credit to some of our sponsors. Copico Office Solutions, or check that. We'll actually give Rhodes and Kinsley, LLP, our CPAs and financial advisors in business since 1990. They handle individual and business tax and accounting work located at 8315 West 10th Street in Indianapolis. You can call them at 271-1040 to set up an appointment. 2 receivers on either side. Handoff goes right up the middle to Maple. And he'll get 2 or 3 on the play. Still trying to push the pile forward. So maybe got 3 on the play. On the last-ditch effort, did Maple. So that'll bring out 2nd and 8. Ball on the 14-yard line. Patton goes wide to the right. To Becky and Mayberry wide to the left. And running before he caught it was Gabe Burkhart, who was unable to reel it in for the catch. Nichols had him wide open in the flat on the crossover route and just was not able to find him. He was able to find him, but Burkhart was unable to turn it up the field as he tried to run with it before he hauled it in. So I'll bring out 3rd and 8. Ball on the 14-yard line. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Spread formation, and the shotgun is Nichols. Nichols gets it, looks to the left, has pressure, is hit as he throws. Intended man was Patton streaking down the left side of the field, but it'll be incomplete, and that'll bring out 4th down. Mark Nally back deep to return, not deep, but at about the 50-yard line. Punt is away. Very short kick. Hits about the 34 and takes a favorable bounce for Franklin Community before rolling out of bounds at about the 35. So Franklin Community will take over on Plainfield's 35. Already up big, 28-6. 4:05 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Munn goes wide to the right. Chad Williams on the left side. Campos in the slot. Handoff goes right up the middle of the bar. He'll be brought down very quickly. Gets a couple of yards on the play, if nothing else, but he was brought down that time by 70. I believe that was Justin Macy on the tackle. Nope, check that. It was number 78. Roger Roy on the tackle. 6'1", 275, sophomore. Handoff goes up the middle, and he's brought down once again by that nose tackle, Roger Roy. So Roy, the sophomore, coming in and having an immediate impact in the center of the field. Not allowing anything to get up the middle. Two receivers to the right. Motion man is Campos. And on the end around will be Chad Williams. He's got room to work with, and he'll get plenty of yardage on the end around. All the way to about the 10-yard line. So, big play there. Campos came in motion from right to left, and at the same time, Chad Williams was in motion from left to right. And Williams was the one that actually got it and was able to turn it upfield for the big gain. Called about 16 yards on the gain. So that'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 12-yard line. 2:31 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Munn wide to the right. Sipes in the slot. Steer under center. He'll fake the handoff and look to take it himself up the middle, and he gets absolutely smothered on the middle by Roy Rogers. Or excuse me, Roger Roy. So Roger Roy having a big impact, literally, right there in the middle of the defensive line. Two wide receiver formation to the right. End around goes to Chad Williams. He looks to turn upfield, and he won't get much, maybe a yard on the play. Brought down very quickly by Mark Dahm. So that'll bring out 3rd and 8, and ball on the 10-yard line. 1 minute, 14 seconds left to go. If you're just leading, Franklin Community has a commanding lead against Plainfield, 28-6. Turnovers have been the key factor of the game thus far. 3 turnovers for Plainfield. Steer takes it himself. He looks to run with it. He'll get about 3 or 4 on the carry, close to the first down marker. So my guess is they'll kick the field goal here. We'll see exactly what they do. About a 10-second difference between game and play clock. Play clock now at 14 seconds, 22 seconds now on the game clock. Field goal try upcoming from Patrick Palmer. Kick is bobbled at first on the snap, but it is up and no good. So I believe he missed wide right on the kick. Possibly had something to do with the bobble, but either way, the score stands 28-6. 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So it'll be 1st and 10, Plainfield on their own 20. 10 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Newbecky goes wide to the right. Patton wide to the left. High formation. Handoff goes up the middle to Maple, and he will dive forward after breaking the line of scrimmage for about a 3 or 4 yard gain. So we'll call it 2nd and 7. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. So Plainfield trails 6-28. A lot of work ahead of them if they hope to try and have a shot to come up in this fourth quarter. So we'll see what happens. Either way, we'll bring it to you here from Audio Sports Online at Plainfield High School. I want to thank some of our sponsors. CopyCo Office Solutions is a local Xerox dealership. We sell and service copiers and printers and provide a wide variety of technology solutions, providing and supporting all your business technology needs. CopyCo is located at 2920 Fortune Circle West, Suite C. Call 241-5800 or stop by Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Avon Dental Center has provided custom-made mouth guards to the football program for the 2nd consecutive year and are celebrating their 20th year in business. They are located at 7517 Beechwood Center Road, Suite 100 in Avon, and can be reached at 272-8100. Stop by and visit American Family Insurance, Doug Hawk Agency Incorporated at 704 North Carr Road in Plainfield. You can reach them at 839-9445. Stop in Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 to discuss your insurance needs. So into the fourth quarter we go. Long, long mountain to climb for Plainfield. I formation, 2 receivers to the left. Nichols under center. He'll fake the handoff and look to throw. Has his man Burke check that. Oh! That is That was Tyler Dennison on the reception. Check that. That was Burkhart on the reception. Big block upended a Franklin Community player close to the out-of-bounds marker. Either way, it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 37 for Plainfield. Patton goes wide to the right. Dubecki in the slot. I formation. Nichols under center. Fakes the handoff and looks to throw. Looks way downfield for Patton. Patton diving for it, and he'll go up and get it. So that was a beautiful catch there by Patton for the big 20-yard gain, and he would be brought down by number 17, Matthew Warwick. So big catch there by Patton, and that might have given Plainfield the momentum they need. $11:24 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mayberry wide left. In the slots, Dubecki. Patton wide right. In the shotgun. Going for Mayberry. Almost intercepted. Nichols looked to go for Mayberry on the curl route and almost picked off that time by Matthew Warwick after it came off the hands of Mayberry. But luckily enough, the ball fell incomplete, so that'll bring out 2nd and 10. Mayberry wide to the left. In the slot is Dubecki. Wide to the right is Patton. In the shotgun is Nichols. Nichols gets it. And on the draw play, finds Maple. Maple going up and gets to about the 25-yard line on the draw play. So that'll bring out 3rd and call it 2. Great draw play there by Nichols as the defense was right on him, but on the quick draw was able to find some nice yardage. Wide to the left is Patton. Dubecki in the slot. Wide to the right is Mayberry, and the whistles blow. And it would be for a helmet malfunction on Jason Moran. They'll try and get it fixed. Play set to resume now. 3rd and 2 on the 25-yard line. 10:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Fakes the draw. Nichols looking in the middle of the field and has his man. That would be Dubecki at about the 5-yard line. He's quickly brought down, though, but not before the big gain. So that'll make it 1st and goal, ball on the 4-yard line for Plainfield. Plainfield threatening now. I formation, power formation, no receivers on either side, nothing but tight ends and running backs. Handoff goes right up the middle to Maple, and he will be pretty much untouched as he goes straight up the middle, up the gut, and gets the touchdown for Plainfield. So that'll bring the score to 28-12. Still in favor of Franklin Community, but Plainfield got a little bit of life now. Last time they tried the PAT, though, the fumbled snap left points on the board. Needing another lineman is what was the problem there. So Nolan Russell will come into the game, the 6'3", 225 junior. Snap is down, hold is good, and the kick is good. So 28-13 stands our score. Still a long way to go if you're Plainfield, but got a little bit of momentum going now, so we'll see if the defense can come out and do anything. For more than 2 decades, Wicker Construction has engaged in building custom homes, remodeling, insurance repair, and handyman services, while exceeding client expectations and delivering projects with professionalism and integrity. Wicker Construction works closely with you, the client, to understand your lifestyle and construction needs. Their services include insurance, repairs and restoration, hailstorm and weather-related repairs, remodeling services, and new home construction. For more information, call Wicker Construction at 839-8353. It'll be interesting to see if they try the onside kick here, down as big as they are. Down 15. And they do just kick it straight ahead. Fielded by Nally at about the 10. He looks to cut to the right side, has a little bit of a hole before it closes very quickly, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So that's where Franklin Community will start their drive. Nally had a gap, but it closed very quickly. So that'll be first and 10, ball on the 28-yard line of Franklin Community. Two receivers to the right, none to the left. Motion man, and Steer will keep it himself, get maybe a yard on the play before he's brought down. That'll bring out 2nd and 9. Wide to the right is Munn. In the slot is Sipes. 3 in the backfield. Getting it on the pitch out is Chad Williams, and he gets absolutely stuffed. First man to get a touch on him was Dayton Clemens, but he had help in the way in the way of, let's see, believe that was Roger Roy, as well as number 66, Nick Rowan. He got in the backfield as well. So the hit first came from Dayton Clemens, but the big guns were right behind him, and that'll drive him back for a loss. 3 and 13, excuse me. It'll bring out 3rd down and 13 to go, excuse me. Ball on the 25. One receiver to the right, one to the left. Steer fakes the handoff, looks to throw, and gets his man Ross Barr in the open field. He'll get about 4 before he's hit and driven backwards. So Plainfield's defense holds, and that'll bring out 4th down. Plainfield somehow makes the comeback. That'll be a major comeback. We'll see what happens. Plainfield in punt formation. Patton stands at about the 35 to return. Palmer gets it and almost blocked, but gets it away. Patton will let it bounce at about the the 38-yard line. It'll take a favorable roll to about the 34-yard line of Plainfield. And that's where they'll come out on offense. If you're just joining us, the score is 28-13 in favor of the Grizzly Cubs of Franklin Community High School. We are at Plainfield High School. Franklin Community thus far been dominant, forcing 3 turnovers against this Plainfield offense. Nichols looks to throw, has his man in the flat, and he makes one tackler miss. He's got room to work with. Not sure who exactly caught it. We'll check a look at just a second, but that was a great, just lowered his shoulder in the open field. That was Ricardo Dubecki there on the reception. Was wide open in the flat and lowered his shoulder to make one would-be tackler fall backwards. And he'll have a big gain. Let's see, the ball was on about the 43-yard line, and they now stand on the 13, so just a huge gain there by Dubecki. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 12-yard line after the big reception by Dubecki. I formation, no receivers in the game. So they'll just stack the box and say, run and see if you can stop me. And gets maybe a yard on the play, does Maple. So that'll bring out 2nd and call it 9. Personnel changes coming in. Patton goes wide to the left. I formation, 2 tight ends. Handoff goes to, or pitch out goes to Maple. Tries to cut the corner, has a block downfield by Patton, and he'll get to about the 2-yard line. So give credit to Patton on the block there, because without that block, Maple had absolutely nowhere to go. But great blocking downfield by Patton springs them for the big play to the outside. Believe that would make it 1st and goal, correct? Because the started at the 12-yard line, so that would be a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. And once again, very powerful formation. And Maple gets, check that, that's not makeable. That's Coy Anderson gets the handoff, and he'll be hit in the backfield for a loss. Didn't see who the tackler was, but Anderson got it and just immediately got dropped for a loss. So it'll be 2nd and 4 on the 4-yard line. Once again, power formation is the name of the game for this Plainfield offense. 2 tight ends and multiple running backs. Handoff once again goes to Coy Anderson. This time he will get the yardage that he originally lost and get 1 yard closer to the original line of scrimmage. So that'll bring out, call it 3rd and goal on the 2-yard line. Check that, 3rd and 2 on the 2-yard line. Yes, because you have to get 2 extra yards in the end zone for the touchdown to count these days. 3rd and 2 on the 2-yard line. 5:06 left to go in the 4th quarter. On the handoff, on the pitch out is Maple diving for the end zone in the corner, and he will get there. So Plainfield gets the touchdown as Maple had defenders running at him, and he had to dive into the corner of the end zone against the pylon and was able to get there for the touchdown. So now only down 28-19, 4:59 left to go in the 4th quarter. And kick is up, and Payete is good. So 8-point game. Things get interesting now. 4:59 left to go. Plainfield with 3 timeouts. Franklin's Community only with 1. So after the big touchdown there, be really interesting as we continue along to see how the rest of this game plays out. Franklin Community had a big lead, but Plainfield working their way back into it. They had a mountain to climb. Well, they've reached close to the crescent. We talked about the possibility of a onside kick, last kickoff for Plainfield, as they were trying to work their way back into it, but now only down 8 with 4:59 left to go. Do they onside kick it here? Franklin Community coming out to defend that onside kick, as they will only drop one man deep back in coverage. Everybody else about 10 yards from the snap of the ball. And the kick is away, and they do kick it deep. Nally is back to return, catches it about the 2-yard line. He looks to turn it upfield. Gets to about the 23 before he's brought down. And brought down for at about the 23 by number 17. That would be Garrett Patton. So Coach Brian Woodard showing faith in his defense to try and come up with the stop with 4:52 left to go. They do have 3 timeouts. Damon Munn goes wide to the right. Bunch formation behind Steer under center. Motion man is Williams. Coming across to get it is Jake Stevenson, and he's got nothing but green light on the end around. One man could possibly catch him, but he won't do it, and that'll pretty much call an end to his. Franklin Community gets the long play from their own 24-yard line to go 66 yards on the touchdown rush. Jake Stevenson, the 5'7", 180 junior, got it on the end around and just had nothing but green light and green yards ahead of him to rush it in for the touchdown. So 34-20, 4:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. PHE try is up and good. So that'll bring it to 35-20, so make it a 15-point game again. With Julie Burbridge and Bud Green from Remax Centerstone, you can consider it sold. As a team, Julie and Bud have over 20 years of combined commercial and residential sales experience. Our team effort has brought many large-scale commercial projects to Plainfield, and Julia is a continued leader in residential sales across the county. Call Julia today at 317-754-5057 and let her make your next home purchase or selling experience as stress-free as possible. Special thanks to Niagara Bottling Company, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information on how they can get to work for you, please call 909-230-5000 at extension 5912. So 35-20 is our score. 4:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Plainfield started to make a miraculous comeback into this game after being down as large as they were coming out of the halftime. And had 2 straight scoring touchdowns did Plainfield before Franklin Community got the one-play 68-yard rush from Jake Stevenson. So kickoff is fielded at about the 5-yard line by Patton, and he looks to break it for a big gain. 20, 30. He's still bouncing off at the would-be tacklers. He gets down to the 40. Great return there by Patton, as he took it at about the 5-yard line and made would-be tacklers miss as he spun off of them and got all the way to the 40-yard line. So that'll bring out 1st and 10 on Plainfield's own 40. 4:32 left to go. Nichols in the shotgun. Patton wide left. Wide right is Mayberry, and believe that we'll check that in a minute. But the quick over-the-top play goes to Maple for about a 6-yard gain. The other receiver was, you had Garrett Patton on the left, Mayberry to the right, as well as Dubecki in the slot. But either way, Maple was the one that actually was the threat there. So that'll bring out 2nd and 4 on the 40-yard line. Clock ticking down, 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Nichols gets it, surveys the field, looks right, comes into the middle of the field, and that would be Burkhardt on the reception. The 6'4", 230 senior tight end. And that'll be enough to move the chains after called a 13-yard play. So it'll be 1st and 10 on Franklin Community's 35-yard line, Plainfield driving. Patton wide to the left. Mayberry wide right. In the slot, Dubecki. Nichols in the shotgun. Looks over the field. He's going to go deep for Patton. Patton, and unable to hook up with his receiver. Just a little bit ahead of him. Had plenty of air on it, but Patton wasn't able to catch up to the ball. So that'll bring out 2nd and 10 on the 35. Three receiver set. Draw play. Goes to Maple. Maple up the middle. And he will get to about the 27-yard line before he's brought down. Tackle made on the play by number 34, Jacob Stevenson. Mayberry goes wide to the left. Wide to the right is Chris Clark. Nichols in the shotgun. He looks, finds Dubecki, who tried to put a move on, but basically leaped into the arms of the defender, who finally brought him down by, that was number 26, Nick King. That was trying to make the nice move there was Dubecki, but he just went right into the arms of Nick Young. Oh, quick play. Nichols finds his man for about a 7-yard gain. Was Chris Clark on the reception. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line. Down 15 is Plainfield. Once again, going quickly here. Nichols looks over the field. Surveys. Can't find anything. Looks and throws to the right side as he had pressure coming in his face. Unable to hook up with his receiver. Pressure was brought by Nick Welch, 6'3", 210 junior, defensive end. Two minutes, 32 seconds left to go. Third down and 4 on the 11-yard line. Patton wide left. Dubecki in the slot. Wide right is Mayberry. Maple with his quarterback in the shotgun. Nichols looking, diving for it, and unable to reel it in was Dubecki. Had a chance to bring it in, but just could not hold on to it. So that'll bring out 4th and 4, and you pretty much have to go for it in this instance. Dubecki had it on the route, just one that wasn't able to hold in. Been so long since I played Madden, I used to know all the route patterns, but years go by and you don't play Madden, you forget all the route patterns. Neither here nor there. Nichols in the shotgun, surveys the field, looks to the left, looks for his man Patton, and Patton will get it. He will have enough for the first down as he caught it about the 4-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal on the 4-yard line. Lining up very quickly here is this Plainfield Quaker offense. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Nichols looks, finds his man, and that would be Ricardo Dubecki. I'm not sure if he caught it in. Either way, it would be a flag because he got hit before the ball got there. It's not spot of the foul in high school, so it'll be half the distance to the goal. There, that is what the flag is. As they sort it out, we'll give credit to another one of our sponsors. The Beacon Sign Company specializes in local high school sports and event signage needs. This is their 12th year of supporting the Red Pride football program. They are located at 9305 East U.S. Highway 36 in Avon. Call 272-2388 for all your signage needs, or stop by Monday through Friday, 9 to 6. Power formation, 2nd and 1 to go. Maple gets it, tries to get in, and he might get there on the last-ditch effort, and he does because they call touchdown. Looked like he had been stopped, but the offensive line got right behind him and said, no, you're still going. And that's exactly what happened. So Plainfield gets the score. Maple looked like he had been stopped, but give credit to the extra push from the guys behind him. 35-26, PAT coming up. Once again, the snap is bobbled, running for his life, and throwing it, and actually getting it! Oh my goodness! Number 12 fumbled the snap. That would be Colin Neischwander, but throwing it in the last-ditch effort to the end zone and able to find his man. I believe that was Andrew Burbridge. No, check that. Andrew Burbridge is the kicker. I'm not sure who he found in the end zone, but either way, the snap was bobbled by Colin Neischwander. He threw it out there into the corner of the end zone and was able to get the 2-point conversion. So obviously not the way it's drawn up, but you'll take it as you get it. So that'll bring the score to 35-28. 2 minutes left to go. Plainfield still trying to hold on to some hope of getting back into this game, not letting it go. Give them credit for the effort, if nothing else. So it makes it a 7-point game with 2 minutes to go. And once again, Franklin Community will come out to defend the onside kick. And this time Plainfield also comes out in onside kick formation, stacking the left side, and that's where Franklin Community looks to receive. Burbich gets it, and it will be recovered. Last touch by, Patton had a good opportunity but could not get to it. So the ball bounces out of bounds. No one was able to haul it in. Believe they'll sort it out. Couldn't really see it from our perspective, but the kick was absolutely gorgeous. And they called a false start on the kicking team. So the recovery team basically got ahead of the kicker on the kickoff. So Franklin Community will come out, and it'll be 1st and 10 on their own 49-yard line. (35-28), 2:02 left to go. Couple handoffs here should do it. Steer takes it himself, and he'll get about 4 or 5 before he's brought down. Give credit on the tackle to Roy. Keep wanting to say Roy Rogers, but it's Roger Roy. Second and 4, ball on the 45, 1:37 left to go. Crowd really coming to life here at Plainfield High School. Steer keeps it himself, looks to the right side, and trying to strip the ball, but unable to do so was number 22, Mark Dom. But it looks like he will be close to the first down marker with Steer on the quarterback keeper. Timeout taken either way by Plainfield. They'll have 2 timeouts left. 1:16 left to go. 35-28 is the score in favor of Franklin Community. Refs are talking it over to figure out. They're already moving the chains. It's pretty close to a first down, but looks like that is the call, first down. So what was a dominant showing by Franklin Community, Plainfield has scratched and clawed their way back into this game. Only down 7 now with 1:16 left to go, but Franklin Community has the ball. 1st and 10, ball on the 40. Plainfield does have 2 timeouts. Plainfield trying to get into formation. Steer under center. Crossbar the man behind him. Handoff does go to Barr, and he will... Well, Barr didn't have it. I'm not sure exactly who had it. I think it might have been Chad Williams on the end around. I'm not sure exactly who the ball carrier was. I lost sight of him. But it will be 2nd and 10 after Plainfield takes their second timeout. Make it 2nd and 9 on the 39-yard line. So Plainfield takes the timeout, down 7, trying to get something from their defense. Give credit to another one of our sponsors. 3 Pints Brew Pub is an excellent place for great food. They offer craft drink selection brewed on site, features a family-friendly atmosphere, and would make a great destination for your next dining experience. They are located at 5020 Cambridge Way in Plainfield. For more information about menu and drink selections, call 829-1000. Their hours of operation are Sunday and Monday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Tuesday and Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. Big play upcoming, a minute 12 left to go. Plainfield down 7. 2nd and 9 to go on the 39-yard line. Plainfield desperate for a turnover here. They will stack the box. One receiver wide right. Steer under center. And he'll hand it off to Barr, who doesn't get much, maybe a yard or two. And Plainfield will spend their final timeout on 3rd and 6. Ball will be marked at about the 39-yard line. Cary Digital is a full-service, state-of-the-art digital printing from business cards to banners. They have been a multi-year provider of senior posters at the south end of the field. Their address is 2701 Fortune Circle East in Indianapolis. They're open weekdays from 7 to 7. Call them directly at 317-227-0220 for more information. So Plainfield desperate to try and get the stand here on defense. 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go. They'll have 0 timeouts if they do somehow get the ball back. They're trailing 7, 35-28, and what was a once dominant game by Franklin Community. Plainfield's worked their way back in it, now down only 7, trying to make the defensive stand here to get the ball back and give them a chance to try and go for the tie or the lead. Crowd coming to life here. Big play upcoming. Really and truly, it's the game upcoming right here. Steer under center. Hands it off to Barr. Barr breaks the tackle, and he'll be able to waltz into the end zone untouched. After one broke tackle, that was all Barr needed to be able to get to the end zone. Check that. The ball carrier is actually Jack Stevenson. Either way, it is a touchdown. So 41-28 is the score with 59 seconds left to go, and that'll pretty much do this. That'll pretty much do this game in. PAT upcoming. Up and good. So that'll bring the score to 42-28. 59 seconds left to go. If you're a business owner with or without employees, you're probably wondering about your payroll. What about taxes, child support, auditing, Social Security? Could be a bit overwhelming, but we've got the answer for you. The Payroll Department Incorporated. Payroll Department Incorporated can help put your mind at ease where all these problems are concerned. Locally owned and operated for over 20 years, call today at 852-2568 or stop by the Payroll Department Incorporated, 7001 North Green Street in Brownsburg. We'll also like to give some credit to some of our other sponsors tonight. Our friends at Dugan Chevrolet, Dugan Sports Performance, and Jimmy John's for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Thank you for supporting Plainfield football. If you're just joining us, it was a once dominant game for Franklin Community, but they've had an answer for everything Plainfield's been able to dish out. Mainly the big lead for Franklin Community has come off the turnovers that Plainfield's had. They had 3 turnovers, including 2 fumbles and an interception. And also, they've had 2 bobbled snaps on PATs. One went for negative, missing the PAT, and the other was actually recovered and thrown for the 2-point conversion. And that one will be down in the end zone for the touchback. So, Plainfield will come out on offense. Fans starting to leave as this one's pretty much wrapped up. It was a very close game. I give Plainfield lots of credit for overcoming what they did to make this game competitive as they did. Overcoming those 3 turnovers was definitely something worthy of commiseration. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Nichols gets it, drops back, looks to the right, comes back to the left, finds his man, I believe that was Josh Miller. And he continues to break tacklers, and we'll get to about the 36-yard line. That was Maple on the carry, actually. So 1st and 10 on 37. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Play clock continues. Maples gets it. Looks downfield. Throws. Looking for his man Patton. Unable to find him. Defended that time by Dakota Warwick. So this game pretty much all but over. But Plainfield still trying to claw their way back into it. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Nichols in the shotgun. Looks, surveys the field, finds Maple on the up and over play. And he'll get to about the 45 before he's tackled. And the clock continues to run. 30 seconds. See if Plainfield tries to get another play off. Play clock has not started yet. Nichols looks to go downfield. Looks for Patton. Single coverage. And he'll have it. He'll catch it at about the 21-yard line, but he does go to the ground, which is not good. Patton had a great reception there, but then he goes down hard. So we'll see what happens with Patton, but he is still down on the ground, looking to stretch his leg out. Might be hopefully just something like a cramp. We don't want to speculate, but great catch there by Patton. 42-28 to score, 17 seconds left to go. Plainfield will line up. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Nichols surveys the field. He looks to go deep. Going deep and defended nicely on the play. His man he was trying to find was number 25, Chris Clark, but Dakota Warwick right there with the break pass deflection right there. Great play by Warwick, timing his jump perfectly. 8 seconds left to go. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Nichols in the shotgun. Looking, rolling out to the right, not finding anything. He's going to run with it, and he will get to about the 5-yard line before he's brought down, and that'll pretty much do it for this game. So the final score here from Plainfield High School, 42-28 in favor of the Franklin Community Grizzly Cubs. So to recap what happened for you, was a dominant lead by Franklin Community, capitalizing on the turnovers from this Plainfield team. But Plainfield clawed their way back into it and made it a game before Franklin's Community got 2 touchdowns late in the game in the fourth quarter to make it a 42-28 game. So grave credit to Plainfield, but coming up just a little bit short tonight. Take a look at the next game coming up. Plainfield, they'll head to Whiteland and face the 4-2 Warriors, who are ranked 26 in the state so far in the season, and will provide quite the challenge for this Quaker team. For Franklin Community, they'll host the 3-3 Greenwood Community Woodsmen. This has been the postgame show on AudioSportsOnline.com. Thank you for listening to Plainfield Varsity Football, powered by AudioSportsOnline.com. This broadcast is brought to you by the Hendricks County Flyer, Rhodes and Kinley LLP, Compico Office Solution, American Family Insurance, Doug Hawk Agency Incorporated, Wicker Construction, Julia Burbich of Remax Centerstone, Niagara Bottling Company, Beacon Sign Company, Three Pints Brew Club, Curie Digital, Jimmy John's, Dugan Chevrolet, Dugan Sports Performance, and the Coachman Restaurant and Lounge. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's certainly been our pleasure to be invited into your Friday night. Thank you to Plainfield High School and Athletic Director Dana Green for hosting us here tonight. Again, the final score is 42-28 in favor of Franklin Community. We also want to send a thank you to Nicholas Tanner for working on our camera tonight. Plainfield back in action next Friday night at 7 p.m. against Whiteland. I'm J.P. Sinclair. Have a good night.